Hello guys, thank you so much for joining us today. As above, so below, this is definitely Mars Energy. To each and every one of you guys, if this is your first time in my life, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. I want to say salutations to my Madrina, to my Padrino, and to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Adjays. To each and every one of you practitioners of magic, especially to those that are in the church that practice the African tradition, and those that are also practicing the black arts, and to those that have left the church but still practice the ATRs but still got church influence, I want to say salutations to you as well. What's up there, Tree-Ronda Aries in the house? There are crab cakes coming in. Monique 444. To each and every one of you guys, as you're being notified that we're live, if this is your first time here, I am Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I'm the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are so deeply rooted in the ATR. What's up there, Chris? My Sagittarius from Philadelphia, and then I got Mama Susan, Gemini in the house, and I got my baby Scorpio. To each and every one of you guys, thank you. What's up, 69? I just put something on because it's been a long day. I was contemplating whether I was even going to come on live because I have been extremely going from this weekend. Yes, it was a great celebration, but very tiring, traveling and all of that, and then having to get on that UPS truck. It's been a beast out here. So I want to thank you to those that have been still making sure that I'm okay and checking on me. Mother Susan stayed with me most of the day because I was not feeling that great. Just exhausted, really tired, and so just getting myself back into the groove of things. And so I want to say to each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for such a marvelous celebration of our Tambora, honoring my Perikun Batala and my Perikun Oya Yanza. And to each and every one of you guys, I want to say thank you for showing up and showing out, not only physically. I want to say thank you to Jelly Sweets for traveling from Georgia, and then coming also to Sunday. And I want to also personally thank Demetrius and also Ryan for showing up not only to my Tambora but also to the church, and they had their personal experience of meeting Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. So that was a delight all in itself. And so when I say to many of you guys that some of you guys are going to get the opportunity to meet me, and they will be able to speak on those terms themselves, but I want to say that I am really who I say I am. And when I say that, it's because a lot of times when you see people on social media, they look one way, they act one way, and then when you meet them in person, they have a different genre or energy. But I really enjoyed seeing them, interacting with them on social media, Zoom calls, doing readings. But then when you physically meet somebody, get a chance to hug them, it was I really felt very comfortable with Demetrius. I felt comfortable with him actually before I ever met him, but even more so after meeting him. And then I met Ryan, and just getting some brotherly love in. And then Jelly Sweets actually surprised. Actually, she told me that she had a surprise for me, and for whatever reason that didn't even register. But when she showed up, I mean, she looked the same. She looked really saved. She's a very pretty girl, but I'm very delighted that she had the opportunity to come and meet me personally. So I was very happy about that. And then she came back that Sunday with her kids. I got a chance to meet her boys, and so it was a very great experience. And so, and I say this oftentimes, when you actually get to meet me, it's on a whole nother level. So. But it is definitely me. Brother Johnny, thank you so much for that Cash App. I want to say thank you to you on the onset, making sure that Chief Apostle is good. Wait a minute. Oh, that is Demetrius. I don't have my glasses on. Demetrius, same in person. Thank you. That's he has his personal testimony. So I want to talk about something today. And y'all just I just put this on because I didn't feel like doing the other stuff. I want to talk to many of you guys from as above, so below, Mars energy. And a lot of times people talk about protection. And I have been in ministry since 2001. I've been doing magic since I was a child. I'm 51 years of age, and I have been interacting with the church world basically all my life, dealing with different types of people, whether it's leaders, elders, root workers, spirit, you know, all the type of hoodooists in the church. And so, you know, I have learned a lot about people. I'm a natural people person, and so even in that, I have learned how to deal with people, whether they are good for me. I've learned to deal with. There's an old saying, knowing how far to go with somebody. When somebody's character is in question, or they're unfaithful, or their lack of commitment, one of the things that I try to tell people is that when it comes down to real spirituality, when people don't want to take accountability for their actions, you have to deal with them considerably different than you would deal with somebody that's accountable. A person that is not truthful, you cannot go to them and tell them what you heard or what you saw. You have to basically hem them in the corner, and even in sometimes those instances, they still might not tell the truth. There's a lot of people that want to get into the ATRs, and I'm going to discuss something today that I feel that, first of all, I want to say, whether you decide to do it or not, the mere fact that Minister Mario has been ascended since 2023, June the 21st, and it was so many people in our church that had conflict with him, jealous of him, envious of him. And at no time has anybody came and apologized, realizing that they were never going to be to me what he decided to be to me, as far as being faithful, committed, dedicated, consistent. People, what I want to share with y'all, people know from day one what they're going to do. I don't care what comes out of their mouth. They know whether they're going to be at that job for 6 months, 2 months, or they're trying to make a career out of that job. People's mind is already made up. And a lot of times we think that people just came to some type of conclusion or some type of inspiration, when the truth of the matter is, this man has worked and sacrificed tremendously for Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. And I have not had one individual to apologize for their misbehavior when it came to Minister Mario, and understanding that I have people that tried to divide us, that tried to come in and try to undermine him, and they never apologized. Because in their mind, everything's a competition. But the mere fact that you were never going to be that committed, you can't even be honest about how you've been in and out, up and down, round and around all this time, and he has not. And me personally, when it comes down to building, I have to build on consistency. What's up, Ryan? If you want to know if I'm an apostle, super chat. So, I want to talk about tonight. I don't have, and I'm going to tell y'all something about me. I don't have conversations with people that I deem to be a liar. What I do is I converse with those individuals, and I let them think whatever they think and believe whatever they believe, because they're not seeking truth. And so that is not their goal. That is not their endeavor. These ceremonies have placed me in a position where I'm going to be able to help a lot of you guys a lot quicker and a lot faster. And so, and I've said this before, I went through the ceremonies, that a lot of this stuff I'm doing for melanated people. That didn't mean nothing to a lot of some of the people, but I made a lot of physical sacrifices, financial sacrifices, in order to be where I am right now. I want to talk about protect your growth. And I don't care if you're intermediate, I don't care if you're advanced, I don't care if you are a beginner, I don't care if you're on the sideline. I'm going to be sharing some stuff with you, because tonight is Mars energy. And when you put the amount of work in that I have, or you put the work in to cause your business to grow, or your channel to grow, or your relationship to grow, a part of that responsibility is to protect that growth, that expansion, that increase that comes along. And a lot of people are going to make you work for the protection of your growth and what your harvest is. And so I'm going to be coming from Joel the 2nd chapter, 23 to 26. It says, "Be glad then, ye children of Zion, and rejoice in the Lord your God, for he has given you the former rain moderately, and he will cause to come down for you the rain, and the former rain, and the latter rain in the 1st month." Verse 24 says, "And the floors shall be full of wheat, and the fats shall overflow with wine and oil." It says in verse 25, "I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten, the cankerworm, the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, my great army which I have sent among you." Verse 26 says, "And ye shall eat in plenty and be satisfied. Praise the name of the Lord your God that has dealt wondrously with you, and my people shall never be ashamed." How can it possibly be overheating right now? Now, it doesn't matter if you practice Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, or whether you're just doing regular magic, working with your own arche, whether you are getting work done from somebody or what have you. A part of spell work and craft is to understand what God has for you, what the divine has for you, and knowing how to protect that. I have for years built my ministry up. People have come into the church because they were drawn to me, and members of my church, whether caterpillars, palmer worms, or locusts, were always getting into those people's ears, getting into those people's faces, and causing conflict. And so no matter how hard at one point that I worked, I had people in my church that did not want to see my church grow. They wanted to have me to themselves to utilize for their personal benefit. And so they would go and try to befriend people in the church. I still have it going on right now. I got people that don't even like each other claiming to be friends and sisters and all this other stuff. And no matter how much I talk about it, because when you don't understand growth and how hard it is to make something grow, and you don't respect the maintenance of growth in your own personal life, you're not going to respect that in another man's or woman's life. When you don't understand that it took that man or woman some time to get to that space, you come in and you start trying to waste whatever fruit or whatever they have to offer, and with no intention of maintaining that level of growth. You know, I try to tell people that one of the things that have always saved me is me being honest, me being upfront with people. And the thing that I had at a disadvantage that some of you may not have a disadvantage, I have a church. And so therefore I can't tell God or spirit who to bring into my church, because the church is a hospital. But when people don't respect growth, when people don't want growth, they will sabotage. They will try to eat up whatever labor, whatever influence you have. I've had people in my ministry, when new people come in, they would start going to their houses. They would start calling them up on the phone. You know, even on my website, I watch people. And I asked them, I said, "What's up, Jealous Sweets?" And I asked this: if you came to my church for me, why are you entertaining these people over there? Because I'm telling you how these people are. I have con artists in my church. They'll be done beat you out of money and gave you some sob story, and now you mad because they ain't paid you your money back. And if you hadn't listened to me, you would have never fell for it. But you so busy trying to befriend the women and the men in my ministry. Like, there ain't many pastors that'll tell the truth on their congregation. There ain't many people that'll be as honest as I am. What's up, love? About how people are around me. Let me tell y'all something. If they'll do it to the green tree, who are you? And when I tell people about protecting your growth, there are so many people in life that don't want to see you grow, don't want to see you expand for their own personal reasons. And they don't have a problem undermining your growth, undermining your success, undermining your influence. I told them, I said, the church will grow, people start coming in church, next thing I know, this one becomes friends with this one. Next thing I know, this one went up. Next thing I know, they ain't coming back to the church no more. Protect your growth. Stop trying to befriend women in my church. If you ever visit my ministry, you're hearing it from the shepherd, the apostle, and the pastor. Do not befriend them. They're going to undermine you, especially if they think you have an attraction to me or you trying to get into my space or place. You're going to find yourself in some type of conflict with them. I've seen it over and over, and I tell people when they come around me, deal with me. Do not deal with these people. These people got emotional issues. These people got issues with other women. They got insecurities. And before you know it, y'all going to be into a mess. And you're not going to blame them. You're going to blame the church. When I'm literally telling you, if somebody don't know you and just start walking up to you asking you for stuff, why would you give them anything from you? If God led it in your heart to be a blessing to somebody, then that's what God told you to be a blessing to. Not to go around and because somebody else asked you for something, give them anything. Do y'all not recognize envy, jealousy? Do y'all not recognize that when you're trying to grow and you happy, that misery love company? And somebody wants to disrupt your happiness, your joy, your experience? Let me tell you something. I have said this. What's up, Darius? I just seen you. I've said literally on my broadcast. I've said on my live. You can come to my church and not even like me. That's how real I am. There are gonna be people that act like they absolutely love you, and they have never did anything for you. That can't be true. The atmosphere in that church of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated is because of Apostle Samuel Ely Jr. People in my church did not even want me to get crowned. People in my church did not support. Y'all supported me. They did just enough, and they were looking for me to fall. Especially when Minister Mario died. I'm telling you, if you come visit me, stick with me. I will tell you who you can trust. I will tell you who you can talk to. I will tell you who you can interact with. Because my job, I feel, is to make sure that you're safe. That you are in an environment or you're interacting with people that actually got your best interests at heart. I don't want to have to keep worrying about you because you over there trying to friend somebody that got their own agenda. They did not cause you to come to my church. I did. They did not cause you to come to this platform. I did. So how are they more interested in you or concerned more about you than I am? I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Don't be so easily led by flattery. I don't do flattery. I don't try to pretend I love or care for more people than more for somebody than I actually do. I'm a very genuine person. I don't mind growing and developing with you, but when I build a relationship with you, it is not with my flock. Because half of them I don't even trust. Half of them are inconsistent. They do when they feel like it and they don't. It is what it is. I have to shepherd people for who they are, not who I want them to be. All I'm telling you is these are a part of me protecting my growth is being honest with people so you can know how to maneuver in the midst of certain people. And you don't have to be funny. You don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to be disingenuous. But just know that you're not there for them. That's why Minister Mario lasted so long. He did not come to Apostolic for the congregation. There were people that going out trying to find out stuff about Minister Mario, trying to bring it back to me so I can have an issue with Minister Mario. Like, that's what type of people, like in the church world, they're messy. That's why I recognize mess in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo. You can't, I done been in church all my life. I know mess when I see it. I know a troublemaker when I see it. I know a liar when I see it. I have been dealing in ministry very long. I'm a people person. Huh? My grandma used to say the biggest liar tell the truth sometimes. Let me tell y'all something. Protecting your growth is understanding the parasites. And these are not because they have to be. They're choosing to be this way. Out of all the knowledge and wisdom and understanding and example that I have been in my congregation and I've been around people, you are choosing to be a liar. You're choosing to be a con. You're choosing to be disingenuous. And that is, I'm going to say this again, guys. I don't tell people how to live their life. I can't tell, all I can do is share the information I have, and then that individual makes a decision what they want to do with their life. But I can tell you, if I told you I got it for you, I actually got it for you. I can't, love say I can't stand a lie. Well, when you come to me, if you ever visit my church, stay near the pulpit, because there's some liars in my church. I don't even listen to them. As they say, they'll tell a lie before you can get news. And that's a choice. It ain't because they're in an environment where they can't be honest and truthful. They just choose to be the way that they are because they see benefit in telling lies or be disingenuous. I have to protect my growth. And so my platform is growing, my ministry is growing, my YouTube is growing, my TikTok is growing. I have a lot of growth, and I have a lot of growth worldwide. So therefore, one of the things that I do, guys, is I'm straight up with you as individuals. I tell you what's going on with me so you will know. I would never make a phone call to you unless I'm asking you your opinion about something. If you are receiving phone calls from anybody on my platform other than making sure that you got your products or making sure that about your consultation, there shouldn't be no outside dialogue. I'm going to say that again. You should not have any outside dialogue or communication about nothing in your life with no other person other than Chief Apostle Samuel the Jr. Because if something goes on, I'm the one going to have to fix it. I'm the one that's going to have to make the adjustment. Because this don't belong to anybody else but me. There are a lot of times when people are out here talking and saying certain things that I did not sanction. If you did not hear it from Chief Apostle Eli's mouth, then you should take that with a grain of salt. Or at least, at the very least, because we grown, verify it with me that I actually said that, or I said it's okay. You should not be giving anybody money on my platform, especially unless I'm directing you in the open and saying, listen, send this Cash App through me. Normally I send it through me, but other people don't understand that this is a business. And it has a brand, and it has a level of quality. And I have to protect my growth. I have to protect how much influence I have on social media with the people that I do spiritual work for. These people do not live that, they live their life in conflict and contradiction. And one of the things that they like to do is to pretend that I'm talking about somebody else when it's really about them. Ain't nobody no fool on my platform. Ain't nobody no fool in my church. When people do stuff, they do it because they want to. They see the advantages that I have and the favor that I have on social media, and they be trying to take advantage of some of you guys. And I know that genuinely you just trying to be nice, you trying to be cordial, but at the end of the day, you should not be focused on anybody because I can't be responsible for other people. They are grown. When I get out here and I'm doing conjure for you and I'm praying for you or I'm doing incense burning for you, that's our relationship. When I tell you that the reason why I haven't made other moves is because I don't have anybody I can trust with your business. That should tell you everything I need to know. Only person that I really talk to about my personal is Mother Susan. You cannot trust your personal business. If I'm telling you I don't have anybody that I can have going to your emails and the XYZ right now because then your business will be all over the place, then you should know at that point, Apostle Eli still ain't found. There is no other Minister Mario. I'm not looking for a Minister Mario. But what I am saying is that you know you never had that kind of character. You were not in that kind of service to Apostle either. You are every now and then, and when you feel like a type of person. I can't build with that. I can work with that, but I can't build with that. And so when you're out here and you guys are building your businesses and you out here building situations, a lot of times people just trying to learn what they're trying to learn from me so they can start their own. To each their own. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say this. If I was you, I wouldn't be trying to project no energy towards me. I said I'm tired. I'm still God's anointed. I have been very honest. I have been straight up with people, what I look for, what I'm expecting. And when you choose to do totally opposite of what I have instructed, then why would you think that I would have to put you somewhere where you can actually affect me and my growth? Why would I give you something that you can actually literally affect my growth? I'm not going to do that. Because you done showed me that when you say stuff like, I don't care, that's a red flag to me. Because you got to care to run my business. You got to care what I say when I run my business. You got to care what I do and how I feel when you running my business. The moment you tell me you don't care and you're going to do it anyway, I would never give you that kind of access to me. Why would anybody in their sound mind, when somebody says things of that nature, you disqualify yourself with your behavior. And a lot of y'all don't recognize when people are parasitic. Y'all don't recognize when you are not growing in your relationship. You don't recognize when you are not growing on your job. Like, you don't recognize when somebody's undermining you. A part of my gift is being able to discern where the enemy is and knowing how to maneuver. The reason why I can tell you who ain't good for you, because I can read. I can see. I'm a discerner. I'm a seer. I know when your mood changes. I know what you're expecting, but what I also know, you're not willing to work for what you say you want. You don't mind wasting people's time. Because the truth is, you don't mind wasting your time. And I get on these platforms and I teach y'all knowledge, wisdom, understanding, so you can protect what God is doing in your life. But God, I'll sit there and make sure and give you a peace of mind, and then you'll turn around and let somebody disturb that peace you got. That you're not protecting your growth. What is the point of getting revelations and insight and you're going to still allow people that don't have your insight to still trouble your life? It is not the Orishas. It's not the Loas. It's not the Nkisi. It's not the Mpungos. It's not the Archangel. It's you. Some of you guys are so jealous. Some of you guys are so envious. And that stuff always is trying to stunt or evaporate any growth in your life. I was listening to Oprah Winfrey say, if you got somebody in your life that got a hint of jealousy, you can't be friends with them. Because some way, somehow, they're going to sabotage your growth. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your tata, your mumbo, your hookah. How we gonna grow together when you have certain issues? The reason why I'm excelling in Ocha is because the padrino that I have is not jealous of me. The padrino I have is not envious of me. Because if he was, he would not do the things that he's doing. What's her daily name? Y'all get on this platform and y'all be kikiing with each other, and then next thing you know, because y'all know how women is, next thing you know, it's a problem, and all of a sudden now, I don't like that hoe and this bitch, this and this and that. You know how y'all get down, and now all of a sudden you burning my reversal on somebody, or you doing a stop gossip on something. Y'all know y'all do the bullshit. But you started it. You know why you started it? Because I already told you you're not here for those people. You are here for me. And so if something happens, I can take accountability for it. But the fact that you keep going outside of me and keep interacting with other people that you really don't know them and you really don't know their character, and then when something pop off, you're going to be like, oh, I can't believe. No. If you had listened to the chief of this house, this is our tribe, one chief. I'm not married. All this talking to this person and that person, those people can't tell you nothing. They can't tell you what kind of drawers I got on. They can't tell you they can't tell you what I got on my refrigerator. They can't tell you what I got in my deep freezer. They can't tell you in there because they're not that close to me. People that talk to me, that don't mean they that close to me. I have Scorpio on my chart. I have a very small soul. I do not talk to everybody about everything. I discuss, I communicate, I interact with people, but when it comes down to things that are going on with me, I do not discuss that with everybody. My plans of where I'm going, I share it with my flock because they are part of the process. And that's whether they're going to do or not do. That's what I mean by protecting your growth. You should have an agenda and you should be able to allow people, and whether they get with that agenda or not, at least they have the itinerary for where you're trying to go. I had told them all the time, I am taking this church to a whole nother level when it comes down to the ATR. Nobody in my ministry is ignorant of what I expect, what I'm looking for, and what I have labored for. And a part of me making sure that this platform goes where God would have it to go is me telling you the truth. Being honest with you, being straight up with you. Because some of you guys are going to meet me. Some of you guys are going to come to my church. And some of you guys are going to have a great time and a great experience. Because that's me. Because I'm going to go out my way because you went out your way for me. That don't mean that person sitting in that seat or that person sitting in that seat. If I don't tell you to go and do prayer meeting with that, and y'all do a prayer meeting and y'all get in a warfare, don't bring that to me. Same here. Can't discuss everything with everybody. What's up, Mom Bailey and my Pisces in the house? Let me tell y'all something. If you look at somebody, I got 30 years at UPS. I know how to protect my growth. I know when somebody's trying to sabotage me. My church doors stay open because I understood how to protect my growth. I understood who the snakes were. I knew who the liar was. And I literally, if you visit my church, I'm going to tell you, do not talk to this one. Don't discuss your business right there. They're going to tell all your business. I'm like that. Because I would hope if I came in an environment and you knew that person didn't have it for me, I would hope you tell me and talk about what he'll see or he ought to see it. I hope you got enough for me as you proclaim that if I come around an environment that you don't feel that person or that place is conducive for me, that you would say something to me. Because that's what type of person. Because if I want to grow, I need you to know what kind of landscape that I'm dealing with. Why you need to do your cleansing. Why you need to do your protection. There's some people in my church, their temperament is so childish and petty. And before you know it, they already done start burning stuff. They done start praying stuff. That's just how they are. Because everybody's a threat to them because everybody's at them. Everybody's trying to get them. Everybody's trying to hurt them. And some people ain't even thinking about you. And I can't deal with the psycho. I done told so many people to get therapy in my church. You need to get a therapist. You don't need a candle. You need therapy because the way that you think is destructive. And it's destructive against any type of growth. Think about how hard somebody, like let me tell y'all this. How do you convince somebody you love? Thank you for the super chat. Think about this. How do you convince somebody that you love them so much and you watching how hard they work and you yourself are trying to undermine their growth? How do you convince that person that you got it for them when you see how hard they're laboring and that you are causing disruption? You're not happy that more people are coming. You're not happy that more people are supportive. You actually have a problem. How do you convince that individual that you are for them when you are against the growth? Do you understand what I'm saying? How do you convince that man or woman That you all in for them, but every time they trying to do better in their life and grow and expand their territory, you the main one got a problem with the people that have the ability to take them where they need to go. Protect your growth. Thank you for coming in. Choose your words very carefully. Yeah, I don't know who these people come in here with this foolishness. But let me tell y'all something. God has been extremely good to me. Extremely. The divine, the ego. But even in that, I still have to contend with bad behavior. I have to contend with people that are inconsistent. I play the hand that God gives me. And I play it quite well. Because everything that every situation and circumstances ain't gonna be the same. But one thing about me, I am always paying attention to people. So I know how to move based off of their behavior. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to walk away. A lot of times when you start growing and some of y'all start looking at what's happening and going on, you're going to notice that people going to do stuff deliberately. Whether they stop showing up or whether they just start acting like they can't do this or they sick or this. When people don't want to see you grow, they start doing all kind of stuff. They start behaving all kind of ways. All of a sudden they got to go here, they got to do this. Because what they're trying to do is slow down the progress. And what you got to be wise enough to do is to be able to maneuver and make sure that you get to your destination. This is something that I really want y'all to understand. People can love you, in a sense, I'm going to say it like that, to the point they do not want anybody else around you. And they go from, like I used to tell my mom, you go from mothering to smothering. And it is so sad that you do not want to see me expand. It is so sad you don't want to see other hands to the plow. It is so sad that you don't want to see other people that can contribute to the platform and my ministry in order for us to see what this really has the potential of becoming. You attack people. You purposely try to make people feel uncomfortable. Even though the atmosphere makes them comfortable, you go out your way to try to make them feel uncomfortable so they don't come back to church. I've had to deal with that. Please, if you're going to visit my church, please, sir and ma'am, hear me. If you're going to encounter me, deal with Chief Apostle Ely. That's the one you love. That's the one you supporting. You don't need to be listening to these other people because they have agendas. And I don't want, because let me tell y'all this. You did not come to my church to get hurt. There's been enough church hurt. You are not coming to my church to be swindled. You're not coming to my church to be beguiled. You come to my church to grow, to develop, and to encounter with Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. Because none of these people can heal you. None of these people can protect you. None of these people can do no conjure for you. So I don't see a reason why you should be giving them that kind of attention. I am here to help you. You are here to get help. And so therefore, I want to make sure that when you come to my church, if you so choose one day, that you have a very positive experience and that you will be able to talk about the goodness of God that you experienced in that growth. Not because you got into it with somebody that had a problem with how you hugged me, how you brought me a gift, or I might got excited because I saw you. So, and I'm talking about the men and the women. There go a cash app. Ancestor for Demetrius. I'm tired because I've been working hard. But my goal tonight is to protect my growth. My growth on my platform, my growth in my ministry, my growth in Ocha and Lukumi and Paulo. I don't have time. You don't mind destroying what you work for. I do. I'm not doing this for nothing. Let me go to someone else. I'm not gonna look back on my life in my 50s and say what was I doing, and not see progress. And so a part of that is, if you want to harvest, you have to protect it from the cankerworm, the caterpillar, things that eat up your harvest, eat up your peace, eat up your joy, eat up your sense of direction. Because a lot of growth is just having a plan and being able to execute that plan and maintain and stay on task when it comes down to that plan. What's up, Alicia? A lot of stuff ain't about candle work and conjure and summoning spirits. It's about being consistent, being faithful, being true. And when you, and in due season, you're going to reap your reward. And I'm not doing all of this and going through all these different changes for somebody to come and disrupt people that have been following me for all this long time, but because they got an experience with you in my church, all of a sudden now they don't want to deal with me no more. Or that, because I have people like, you know what, Pastor Ela, I don't want any problems. You're a great guy. I think you got a great ministry, but the people in your church don't like me. I've had, like, literally had people tell me, like, I'm not coming to your church because of how the people deal in the church. So that's why y'all see me going off the way that I go off, because that's my labor. It is not the members' labor. It's my labor. They're not drunk. Ain't none of them people bringing nobody to my church. If anybody comes through my church, it's because of I have compelled them through social media. They ain't witnessing nobody. They not causing the growth in my church. They ain't causing the growth on my platform. They're not the reason why any of this is. And half of them ones that are witnessing me, if they get mad with somebody, when they bring somebody, if they bring somebody to my church, when they leave, they take them. That's real talk. If they bring their family, they gonna take their family when they leave. That's why I don't get into the cliques, because a lot of y'all don't understand. If you're not there for the ministry and you there for family, that means when family is upset, you're gonna be upset. That means you're not following. You're not up there for ministry. You're not there for the business. You're not there for the agenda. You're there because your cousin there. You're there because your friend there. I have family members that done came in my church, took their family and their friends out of the church because they were mad. Y'all better understand how to protect your growth. You better understand why I give the type of knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding. And guess what? Because you can work very hard and still don't have nothing to show for it. Because if the wrong people are in your vineyard, they will eat up everything that you try to do. What's up, my Natasha Foster, my Aquarius from North Carolina? Sister Aphrodisiac. I say these things from experience. I say these things from a successful platform of dealing with wayward people, dealing with childish behavior, and still keep my church doors open. Still pay bills. Still responsibility. Every time I turn around, somebody trying to tell me what I need to do. But where the money for the bills? If I don't get out and get it done, if I wasn't getting up and doing what I needed to do, there would have not been a tambor. There would not have been all that beauty y'all saw. If I was not there grinding, because my members weren't going to do it. They weren't going to be up and down the road. Only person that was up and down the road, and I'm just being honest with y'all, y'all need to be honest. You wasn't going to be up and down the road like Minister Mario was with me. You get aggravated with people in your own family. How you gonna be with me and I'm in this store and that store? You gonna be aggravated and ready to go home. And I'm there till I get what I need to get. And so therefore, when you know that ain't even your personality, how you gonna be in my space and accomplish the thing when you don't even deal well with people? You're not even a people person. I didn't say you can fake it with the best. I said you're not a people person. I didn't say that you could put on a front. I said you're not a people person. I'm a people person. Henry, go find you somewhere to play. It is important to protect your growth. Anything that God is doing in your life, anything that is prospering in your life, you got to know what season you in. You got to know how to be able to communicate with people, and you got to know how to talk to people. And guess what? You could be a part of this platform and be so much more if you weren't so busy trying to keep other people from being a part of the platform. You could be so much more in ministry if you weren't so busy trying to hinder other people from being a part of the ministry. You spending too much time trying to slow or hinder or block when you could be actually growing and developing and evolving. You see what I'm saying? Instead of being envious and jealous about, do your part. Show yourself approved. But that's not what you're doing. You're sitting back waiting to see what the next man doing so you can either outshine them or cup your money, so to speak. I don't have time for that, y'all. These growth, cash out. Guardian angel. For summer fun. Guardian angel. For Darius for summer fun. These beings, let me tell y'all something. Especially my men. If you're gonna be in this spiritual journey, you got to get out your feelings. Like I couldn't encourage you even anymore. I have a rising sign Pisces. You cannot be in your feelings when it comes down to obedience. If you're gonna be working with divine spirits and hierarchy, then it's about taking orders. It's about following instructions. And if you're not a person that's ready to do that, then you shouldn't be working with certain spirits. You don't do what you want to do. You don't do. I'm not my own. I don't do what I want to do. I don't go where I want to go. I don't be with who I want to be with. Because when the spirits tell me to do something, that's what I got to do. You got too many agendas going on. You don't know how to be genuine. You don't know how to follow the leader. You follow instruction. You so busy thinking that you're gonna find a quick and easy way, and what you're gonna do is end up getting yourself messed up. I told you, the spirits that I have with me now, it is just, and you still out here lying. You still out here pulling shenanigans. It's suicidal. That's all I can tell you. I thought Darius, you think the way that you're talking may run people off. I said, listen, I present who I am on social media. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. I don't go. I can't control how somebody digests me. I can't control that. Either this is what you're looking for, or it's not. It's not. I'm not going to change my personality and how I function, especially when I get tired of something. That's why you constantly hear me say, I'm a Sagittarius, my moon is in Aries, and my rising. Well, the truth of the matter, I don't even give a damn. Me personally. I have a rising sign Pisces, but I'm not a Pisces. I'm not a Cancer, and I'm not a Scorpio. I got Scorpio placement. And so what I mean by that, I don't get into my feelings like that. My son used to always tell me, Dad, how you think them people feel? I don't give a damn how them people feel. If they didn't do what they did, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. And so water signs are more concerned about those kind of things. I'm not. Because if you were worried about your feeling, you wouldn't have did what you did. You the one need to be worried about your feeling. And that you need to consider about what you doing and all that manipulation you doing over there. And because you come over here with that manipulation, I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna do something about it, because I'm fire sign. I'm about that action. I don't do, like, y'all don't realize that a lot of y'all navigating y'all life from different spaces that I don't operate from. I don't operate, and I don't have no reason to be disingenuous to people because I like who I like, and that I don't like. And say, Jelly Sweet, thank you so much for giving Mother Susan that. But make sure that's the last time you do that without my permission. Don't give anything from you, because you got things going on, and I don't give anything else from your person to anybody. You got your own graveyard work going on. Darius, I'm gonna read for you. That was for Sandalphon, the Garden Angel Incense. Y'all mean well, but you have to be. Mother Susan is fine, but that's enough. You're a good-hearted person, and you don't need to go through no unnecessary changes. Let me get you where you need to be, and you're gonna be A-okay. I'm here to protect the growth. I'm here to protect y'all. If you want to be protected, you'll listen. If you don't, you won't listen. Ain't too many shepherds that get out here and say the stuff that I say. My flock know how I get down, so they ain't sharp, but you might be sharp, but they ain't. I speak my mind, because hey, either you with me or you're not. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which is in the dark, bring to light of my eyes concerning Darius the Pisces. Darius the Pisces. That which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Darius the Pisces. What is it that this Pisces needs to focus on? What is it that this Pisces needs to focus on? All right, Darius Pisces, your shadow card comes up in Dialing God. It says Lamed Vaba. Using this name, I can activate, direct, and dial to God. I take in the name, I dial, I connect. My truest prayers are answered at the speed of light. And this is coming up in shadow for Pisces, which means that whatever you're manifesting is going to manifest very quickly, especially through activation. It means charge. Direct means when I say we direct energy, you give it purpose. Dial is the communication, like you're talking about the angel number, and to God. So whatever the combination, in my situation, fasting and prayer. And then it talks about your true prayers are going to be answered at the speed of light. So there's a quick manifestation that is going to be taking place. Your middle card is sexual energy. It says Kaf Va Kuf. It says, with this name I purify my sexual desires so that I share love and energy with my partner, or putting his or her needs ahead of my own. I ignite sexual energy so that my passions may help elevate all existence. I replenish the light that was lost due to any prior selfish sexual activities. This card right here is talking about road opening. We use sexual energy for road opening. This card is also talking about sharing of your energy. And this also talks about prior situations in your life. Could be something a couple years ago or whatever, but it's talking about your prior. Right now, it's talking about elevating your existence. So this card right here is talking about your sexual energy for concerning your past. And what's up, Linda Green? I just saw you. And then your outcome card said, recognize the design beneath disorder. That's interesting. Yud Bet Mem. It said, when I am overcome with feelings of doubt, panic, the thoughts of doom, these letters reveal the order of the underlying chaos. I become enlightened to the Creator's master plan as it pertains to my purpose in this world and to the problems I face. This card is actually a good card for Pisces, because Pisces walks in the cloud. But this card is talking about the will of God, basically the plan of God being illuminated for you in your outcome. So whatever you're going through or dealing with, you're going to see the plan of God. And then it talks about also being able to deal with problems. So there's going to be some problem solving and some manifestation when it comes down to the chaos, or whether you deem chaos. But it talks about feelings and making sure that you have your feelings under wrap, and then knowing why you feel the way that you feel. I would do Psalm 51 with that card right there, because that came up in here. Then I got my baby Scorpio. Scorpio. Reading. Thing, Bo. I just seen Bo. Healing instant. Pisces reading. Pisces reading. And healing. For Bo. My boy ass going through something. Okay, I'm gonna read for Keish, and then my baby Scorpio, and then I'm gonna read for Bo, Pisces. Just where's my baby Scorpio? Okay. There's a Ache, yes. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which in the dark bringing to light of my eyes concerning Keish the Scorpio. Keish the Scorpio. These cards, I work with fire magic, and they illuminate from that aspect. What is it that Keish the Scorpio needs to focus on? What is it that she needs to focus on? Ebasa! Alright, Scorpio, your first card comes up. Memories and Shadow. Va Shin Resh. It said the power of memory arise within my consciousness. Lessons of life are deeply ingrained in my being. This card right here is talking about, basically the path has already been made. Focus on in your subconscious mind. There's a lot of stuff that is taking place. And what it means, you have a conscious mind, which is your physical mind, and then you have the subconscious mind, which is the real you and how you really think. And this card right here is talking about certain things and certain behaviors that are already ingrained. And they want you to focus on the life lessons, the things of life that you have already learned. And then your middle card, it says miracle making. It's in your present card. It's Samet Yud Tet. It said, I free myself from all selfishness, envy, anger, ooh, this deep, and self-pity by rejecting these negative temptations or tests. I am free to invoke this name, thereby igniting the power of miracles in my life. This card right here is talking about keeping your energy clean when it comes down to yourself, emotion and stuff, because there's miracles. Miracles mean things are going to happen supernaturally, going against nature and basically making things better for your life. But you have to reject these temptations, to be angry, to be disturbed in that respect. And then your outcome card is manifestation, because it's dialing of God, especially the fact that it's coming in your outcome card, baby Scorpio. Lamed Vava. It said, using this name, I can now activate, direct, and dial to God. I take in this name, I dial, I connect. My truest prayers are heard, are answered at the speed of light. Whatever you're going to be manifesting is going to be coming, because it's in your outcome card, it's going to be coming in the near future. If you make sure that you are in a good place emotionally and mentally for your manifestation. Because I believe that this card right here determines how this is going to manifest. Because this is talking about your real prayers. And that's coming from your subconscious mind. And then I got my Boaz. Okay, there go my boys. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Bo the Pisces. Bo the Pisces. That which in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning this Pisces. Both the Pisces, your first card in shadow comes up unconditional love, which is ruled by Pisces. It says, hey, I believe that this card is really talking about you give unconditional love to other people, but this card is talking about you need to give unconditional love to yourself. Instead of directing that energy to other people, you need to be giving that love to yourself. And this is what it says. Like attract like, when I emulate the Creator's love for all humankind. So basically, if you really believe that God loves you, then you should emulate that love that He has for you. And so therefore, you should do better by yourself. It said, I bring love into my own life and create harmony with myself and other people, between humanity and the natural world. Which I like. This is what I mean by the action that you're taking. Because what happens is when you love yourself, you also attract people that will love you. A lot of times people try and look for people to love them and they don't love themselves. This card is talking about you directing that unconditional love to yourself, and in return it will attract other people that will love you unconditionally as well. Me being one of them. Then your middle card says spiritual cleansing, Bo. It says, and that's making sure you stay up on your cleansing. Mem. It said, by meditating on these letters, I push the rewind, erase on my spiritual video. I am purified in my present life by correcting my transgressions in my life in the past. This means that you're correcting a form of behavior. This middle card, talking about right now, like you're doing a lot of correction and making different decisions. It said, I can also use this name to purify my environment from spiritual impurities, which indicates that this card right here is saying that making sure you keep not only yourself spiritually clean, but your environment. And then your middle card, your outcome card is sharing the flame. Ha! I should have said sharing the rod. Anyway, Mem Lamed Hey. It says, I take this name with me out into the real world, and I can also share my light with friends, family, and the entire family of humankind. I envision openings and opportunities in the world from a global dissemination of this ancient wisdom. I ask for the strength to walk the talk. I like this coming up for Pisces. I know that this name arises the life force of immortality, which is youthfulness and joy in the world, and I must expect and demand nothing less. This card right here is talking about putting yourself in a position where, I don't know if you're trying to say Alafia, you misspelled it. But this card right here, your outcome card, has a lot to do with you getting opportunities and also being openings coming from you, and it has a lot to do with you walking into your personal truth. I would, if I were you, I would do Psalms 100 before you go to bed tonight. Make sure I got everybody. Yeah. I want to say thank you again. Tonight, I hope that you guys really understand that you have to protect your growth. You have to make sure you're protecting your advancement, your the things that you're doing, and you can't expect other people that don't do it for themselves to protect your asset. You have to recognize whether somebody is a caterpillar to eat up, or a palmer worm, or a locust. You know, eating up your wheat represents the good of that God have for you. And so when you got locusts around you, people that are just there to eat, and this is why we come up with the term God don't fatten a frog for a snake, is that the weed is there for you to prosper. And now that the weed is coming on, the locust is eating it up. There are people that are sitting there waiting on your harvest just to eat your harvest up. And some of y'all don't understand. You don't attract the parasitic people in your life because you've sown parasitic seed. Everything is not because of the enemy. Sometimes it's the things that you have done that draw them type of people in your life. So be encouraged. Hope you take that seriously. I've been doing this a very long time. I've been successful in spite of people's feelings and things that they have done. I've accomplished a tremendous amount of goals. But at the end of the day, when somebody really got it for you, they're going to make sure you're okay. When somebody really got it for you, they're not going to have you sitting and wondering when they're going to do this. And that's something I loved about Minister Mari. I never ever needed to know what was in his bank account, his wallet. Never. I'm the type of person, I don't count my bitters before they have. The level of consistency, I have a right to miss that. Honesty, I have a right to miss that. Faithfulness, I have a right to miss that. Dedication, I have a right to miss that. And he came off of his hospital bed and told them, the nurses, either you let me out because I'm not going to miss church. You would miss church if it was sprinkling outside. It didn't even have to be a storm. You're always looking for a reason or pretending and complaining about coming to church, even though you're getting signs, wonders, and miracles wrought in your life, even though you're getting manifestation. He was glad to come to God's house. He sung his last song in the house of the Lord. And he told me, he testified, and he said this. When he said it at the time, I said he was lying. I said, no, not in my church. He said, even if I have to come in here in a wheelchair, I won't miss church. You ain't dedicated like that. And you don't have to be. But you can't expect me to give you that kind of honor and respect when you're not 10 toes down with what we doing over here like that. You might be 4 toes down, you might be 2 toes down, but you're not all 10 toes. And that's okay. But there's a reason why he was the church administrator. There's a reason why he still has that position to this day. Because he earned that. All I'm telling you is you can get the same from me if you earn it. If you try to be crooked and sneak, you're not gonna earn that with me. Because I ain't out here crooking nobody. Alright? Protect your growth. Protect what God got for you. And protect it from people that are sitting there trying to eat up what God has already done for you. Alright? God bless y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. God bless.